Hello everyone. Uh, it's me. It's me, your boy, the Donny Don. Uh, Welcome back to another talk video. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done another talk video. This one is not scripted. The other ones haven't been scripted, but they've still. Hang on, my chair's very squeaky. I need a new chair. Please, please donate. No, I would never ask for donations. I don't know which. I have two monitors again. My I got a new setup. The second monitor that I got broke, which is this one that I'm looking at now, which has me on it. That broke, so it kind of deterred me from doing things because I was like, I want my monitor back. I want my monitor before I start doing things. Now I've got this one, which I also keep looking. I keep looking at both, and the camera's in the middle, and I don't like looking at the camera. That's so creepy. Anyways, it kind of deterred me, but it's back. Usually these videos they're not scripted, but I usually sometimes have like just notes. This one I've kind of had mental notes on them. Any notes that I have taken are on my phone actually, which I'm using as my webcam. Using Irian webcam, I think it's how you say it. Anyways, so things are going well. It's been a while since I've sat down and spoke. The reason why I haven't been making videos because one, like, video making is very boring. Like the edit, like I can film, but editing is dauntless because I'm sitting there for so long. I just don't like doing it. There's other things I have going on right now as well. It's nearly October, so nearly as well time for the channel anniversary. It's also just everything, dude. The university semester's back, so we're doing that as well. I wanted to talk about a friend that I made recently. Who what you call it? This isn't mine, by the way. Someone gave me this. Do you like it? Someone gave me this. So yeah. Originally I was gonna wear it and not acknowledge it, but I keep fiddling with it. I keep seeing myself. I need to crack on with the video. Anyways, I met someone at university and they're really cool, but I've already fumbled it. So, what happened? First was, so we meet via a student connection sort of app where you meet your uni students, and I just started talking to some random people. Talk to this person. This was a few months ago, so this was probably before, maybe no more than 6 months ago. All right, less than 6 months ago, basically. Yeah, we were talking. She was really cool. I thought she was really nice and everything. So we're talking. We get each other's Instagrams. We get Steam. We play Steam together. We play The Forest together. We've been playing The Forest. I don't know. I haven't been making videos on it because I don't know. I don't make videos on every game, even though I do complain that I do want to make videos on games instead of just playing them in my free time. This is really stuffy, by the way. So yeah, that kind of went on. She told me at the time she had a boyfriend, so I was like, okay, that's cool. Obviously, it's fine. I wasn't. It's cool. Then apparently, in her words, apparently by that point they had already just broken up. It's just she was really just sticking around waiting to tell him and everything. Very confusing, but anyways. Now university started, we've started to actually meet up properly, and it's going really well. We text each other all the time. I'm always at her flat. I'm always there. Although we met each other. We met up once, and then this is 3 days in, right? So 3 days in, and then one day we're chilling there. We're making a Lego set and everything, doing fun stuff. And to be fair, I criticized her on this once, but I also think it's kind of a me thing. she is like a very like flirty sort of texter almost. Like she'll say things like, "Oh yeah, you want to fight," or like sound like the. She's one of those kind of people. I don't know. I can only describe it as being like that kind of person, that kind of girl. That's what she's like. So, there's that. And whilst we're building this, like I said, she's like, we're having a pillow fight for God's sake, And we know we're texting each other. Well, we're texting each other whilst we're like within like a 2 feet proximity of each other. By the way, like on her bed, like so. Forgive me, forgive me, but we're texting. She's like, "Oh, you want to fight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll fight you." Like, "Oh, go on then." I'm like things, and then she asked like, what are your plans? Like, yeah, I got a few plans. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, oh, like, how about we try fighting, you find out. I was like, no, she's acting like that. By this point, she's starting to get like really oblivious to things that I'm saying now. And I told her like, hey, like, come on, like. And she said no. I fumbled, everyone. Congratulations. Meet the fumbler. Meet the fumbler. So cat's out of the bag. I made things awkward, but we still hang out. We still talk to each other. I even said like, sorry for making things awkward. Like she's fine. Like she was fine with it. I believe what she said when she said she's fine with it. Partially. You know what's funny? You know what is funny? Because she has my Discord. My Discord has my YouTube channel on it. She could, in theory, watch this video, but I know she doesn't watch my videos. I know a lot of the people who I'm friends with do not watch these videos, so thank God. I'm being like really risky by doing this. Anyways, so if you are watching this video, by the way, I'm not going to say anything that you already don't know, so please just go away. You don't need to see this. Don't worry. Shh, mouth shut, please. Shh. So that happens. I go away for a bit, and like it lingers on my mind. I'm like, listen, I don't fare very well when I like have a crush on someone. It gets bad, right? I lose my mind. Any guy knows this. Like you start losing. Hang on, if I just move this, then I've got like two. I got OBS, and then I got the webcam software over there. So I start losing my mind. So I'm like, listen, she seems like a really sensible, reasonable person, and I admire her, like genuinely, like dude, I look up to her because she's like, she's a gym person. She's got a motorcycle. She, does boxing, all this kind of stuff. Proper. Not she's not a tomboy, by the way, but she's proper like. She's cool. She's cool, guys. She's cool. Okay, she's not weird. So, anyways, I'm dressed as the fucking banana, dude. I'm dressed as banana. I really wanted to be nonchalant about this, but it really is just getting to me how I look like I've actually lost my mind. There's Geralt, by the way. No. Geralt. He's over there. So, because of all this, I just said, you know what? How about I just go to her for advice? Because part of me is also thinking, like, maybe I can save this. Maybe I can just win her over and get her to give me a chance. Like not like to, just come on, just go on a few dates. Proper dates, right? So she's just gone back with like this from this party, right? And I was dead late. I was like, yo, can we meet up? This was literally on Friday, like the Friday of recording this has happened, right? So this is all happening within a week. Bear in mind, I feel really stupid for the fact that like I just went. I'm missing so much. I need to restart. Like the fact that this this all happened like within a week, and I'm like already getting in over my head and fumbling things, right? And then like before, like a few days ago, we were also like texting each other like, hey, what do you think our red flags are? And I said like I think. We just got into the topic of red flags, and I said like if you say my red flags, I'll say your red flags. So eventually ended up getting switched over because she couldn't think of anything for me. So I told her, right, like I think this is really bad that I forgot what she said about me, But I said like I think she doesn't like she leads people on a little bit, but doesn't know it. She kind of refuted that and said that I was the one who was just being easily led. So I said, okay, that's probably my red flag. Am I really gonna have to go through and like go through the chat here? Okay. So she said that my red flag was like the fact that I'm really stuck in the past and like I linger over all my past mistakes, and it prevents me from moving forward, right? Which I thought was like really like, wow. I thought she was gonna say like I was like a fool, or something like oh you just fall for anyone that comes your way. And I think yes, that is true. I still think that's true, but I think what she said is also very true. I have this. That was a very stupid way to open a knife. What was my train of thought even with this, dude? And yeah, so we got into the topic of like red flags and stuff, and so that all happened really. We were just talking about that. So we had this discussion as well about like the blame that we were going to be putting on like each other, like whose fault was that? And I okay, to be fair, I still think partly it was hers, right? Come on, but at the same time, like I shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, come on, I should have. If it was her fault, then I should have seen that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so there's that conversation which happened, and then we get on to like sort of that late night thing, right? We're just walking around, the city basically at night, and because like going to the party, the guy she was with, right, gave me this banana suit. I'm not worried about him because she says he wasn't his type, and I know why. She said that I'm not her type, and that if I were to change to her type, I wouldn't be me. And she wants me as a friend, right? But so I said like, I think a lot of the time it's kind of hard to be friends with someone who you like. And she was like, she said herself like because she's tired of kind of cutting through so much red tape to get to things, she just preferred to say things. So she said like, stop being my friend then. I'm like, I can't do that. It's like, well, if what you're saying is true, then we're best off not being friends. But I'm like, no, but I can fix this. So I can fix it. Give me another chance. I can fix this. So I went on and I said that. So I told her like listen, because of like usually sometimes I find it really hard because I am really bad to like be like if I have a crush on you, like, dude, you better watch out. And that's not a flex. I know that's not a flex or a good thing. I'm genuinely working on that. That's why I haven't really spoken about relationships much, because I feel like every single development is a negative development, but this one's like a really good development. This one is a forward direction. This is ahead. Going forward, headstrong. This is what this is. This is good. This is decent. So I'm now like just working on this sort of idea of getting over someone, basically getting over them. I also realized as well why that other guy wasn't her type and why I'm also not her type. It's many reasons. I haven't gotten down to every reason. I think it's unfair to make her explain every reason, but I think one of the reasons is like she just doesn't look at me and say like, ooh, attractive, and I'll fair enough. She just said it herself, like straight up. She doesn't really find brown guys attractive. Fair enough, dude. That is so fair, because that is literally just like everyone has physical attributes, like a checklist that they like. I'm not complaining about that. I don't want anyone complaining on my behalf about that. No one comments on these videos anyways. Do not complain, because that is just like really, really fair to sort of say. So that kind of happened. We're friends now. Everything's cool. We're gonna go gym, do some kickboxing together, do loads of cool stuff together. That's all gonna be funsies and dunsies. That's how it's all gonna be. My cat's meowing. But yeah, I think later maybe I will start talking more about like some of the relationships I had in the past, friendships and so on and so forth. But it's kind of hard to do that because I do a lot of the time try to maintain this idea, this public identity of me, the Donny Don, and then this private identity of, obviously we all know I'm not this. I hope so. Anyways, I have a really bad habit of mixing like, you know, a fake me and a real me. But this one I'm hoping to keep very separate, which is why I don't try to talk about things. But you know, this is a good development, I wanted to talk about it. And I feel like it's a lesson. I feel like it's an important thing to say, and I might start going back and start discussing old stuff because I get new perspectives on it. And I feel like if when I started this channel, I started talking about everything that happened, like everything in the past, like straight away, I'd get everything wrong and have like a totally skewed idea of it. But I think now I kind of understand it. So I say. So yeah, that's just a quick update. You know why I haven't been uploading much, because things are starting back up. This new person I met, all this kind of stuff. If there's anything that I'm missing in this video, please tell me, because I did go on like a massive tangent that threw me off like in the middle of this. I'll clarify anything that you want in the comments, or just make like a new video on it, you know? Or maybe I might need to record it. It depends on when I'm editing this. But yeah, I'll give you guys updates. I'll let you guys know how the friendship goes and everything. But in you know, I made a friend. And that's, I think, better than what would have happened where I just lost my mind and just went apeshit. Because that is such like a bad thing to admit, I think. Like, yeah, I'm not proud of it, but it's a thing that... How do you wear this? Like it's a really bad and toxic thing for me to admit. And I said, like, listen, like, I can't be friends with you because it's hard. Because I like you, so how can I do this? How can I like get over you? Because it's either cause I was like, I wanted to get over you. So I've got this friend, you know. Not only is this going to be like an exposure therapy, and I've got to talk more about it in a separate video because there are so many intricacies about this person that I need to report to you guys. So, but you know, leaving it at that, so this doesn't become too long, too complicated. I've gone on like 50 different sub-tangents, I feel like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.